Welcome to Evilive, your one-stop location online for Dungeons & Dragons recipe, which prompt the question, where the hell did you find halfling meat this late in the season? Subscribe if you're new to the channel, because today we are making the recipe Arkhan the Cruel's Flame-Roasted Halfling Chili from Heroes' Feast, the official D&D cookbook by Newman, John Peterson, and Michael Witwer. I began by collecting my ingredients: 1 1/2 tablespoons unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 1/2 tablespoons chili powder, 1 1/4 teaspoons cinnamon, and 1 1/2 teaspoons oregano, 3/4 teaspoon ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon ground allspice, 1/4 teaspoon ground cloves, 1/4 teaspoon cayenne, salt and pepper, 2 15-ounce cans of red kidney beans, 2 cups low-sodium chicken broth, 4 slices of bacon, 1 yellow onion, 5 garlic cloves, 1 can tomato puree, 2 teaspoons light brown sugar, 1 pound lean ground turkey, 1 teaspoon cider vinegar, and oyster crackers and cheese to finish. I mixed together the cocoa powder, chili powder, cinnamon, oregano, cumin, allspice, cloves, cayenne, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper in a small container. I inadvertently added the brown sugar as well, which is supposed to go in later, but I misread the instructions. This happens a couple times. Next, I drained and rinsed half of the red kidney beans and put them in my blender with 3/4 cup of broth. I blended them until they were smooth and set it aside. I then began frying the bacon in my cast iron pot. Once it was cooked on both sides, I patted the excess grease off on a towel and chopped them up, setting them aside as well. Next, I was forced to weep as I chopped the yellow onion poorly, I might add. I've chopped up a billion onions in my day, but for some reason, this one was a mess. Once I was finished, I added it to the medium heat pot, adding some seasoning, and cooked it in the bacon fat until it had color. I should have cooked them for a few more minutes. Then, I added the broth, which was a bit too early, but again, I misread the instructions. I quickly chopped the garlic cloves and added it and the spice mixture into the pot, cooking it until it was fragrant. I brought it all to a simmer, stirring and scraping the bottom of the pot to get the leftover goodness to mix in. Next, I added the puree and bean mixture, stirring them in to incorporate. Then the turkey went in, after rough chopping it into large chunks. I drained and rinsed the remaining kidney beans and added them as well. I increased the heat to bring it to a simmer, then dropped it so I could continue to simmer, blending the flavors together. I stirred it from time to time, scraping the bottom of the pot and allowing it to cook for 30 minutes. At the end of the timer, I folded in the chopped bacon and vinegar. This was made for a chili cook-off between myself and my friends, and while I didn't win the competition, I did enjoy the recipe and it was received well. After topping it off with oyster crackers and cheddar cheese, it was a delightful way to warm up in chilly weather. See what I did there? I give this execution of the dish 4 out of 5 evil eyes. It was thicker than expected, so in the future, I'll add a little more bacon, puree, and stock. Thank you for tuning in. As always, like it or not, evil spelled backwards is live, so get out there and be evil.